Oh, I, you know what? I'm so used to getting a little message. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. And welcome to Love Babz Love Talk on Babz Rawls-Ivy. Oh yeah, Harry, you did send me a message, but I just missed it. We got a guest this morning. And thank you to Natalie. Natalie is badass. Let me just tell you. So we were supposed to have a particular guest. That guest couldn't make it, so they got me a backup guest. And then if that guest was going to make it, they got a backup to the backup. So I listen. I'm high-fiving them all day because I tell you, when you get Natalie Judd has her own PR firm, and I know PR people, and if you have an organization or if you're an artist, get yourself a good PR team because they will make your life so much easier and better. I used to work in public relations in New York, and I worked for Terry Williams. And the things that PR people do on the background to make artists and musicians and all that, they just make things so much better. So uh I'm just thankful that I have that training and that there are some really good ass, kick ass PR people out there doing the good work. So don't sleep on the PR people. That goes for Natalie Judd. That goes for Carla Morrison of Chit Chat Communications. I mean, that goes for a lot of PR people. And if your organization has a communications director, same thing. You know, you really do need that right hand, and it just makes a difference. So Pearl Palombe is coming on uh in the stead of Tragel. Tragel is a famous choreographer, and Pearl is equally famous too. They started this company, and so she's gonna come on and talk about what they're up to and why they're gonna be hanging at the Schwartzman Center in a little bit, and what they're gonna be doing. So I'm delighted to welcome her. Let me just shout out, congratulations, Karen DeBoles Walton. She is going to be the new leader over at the Foundation for Greater New Haven. I couldn't have chosen a better visionary, a better leader, a better someone from this community, someone who understands Connecticut, someone who understands Greater New Haven. Like I don't think there's a better person out there. I really don't. And she's talented, she's smart, and she's very forward thinking. So I'm delighted that she is in this role, and she steps into it November. So I'm very excited by that. So uh, and we need people to sort of bring New Haven, just keep building on New Haven's strengths, and she's going to do that, and she is doing that. I mean, anybody talking about housing for poor people like her? Anybody for the last 17 years? Nobody's talking about that. You know, no one's talking about that. So, yeah, so it's going to be good. It's going to be really, really good, really, really good. So anyway, I hope everybody is well. And happy birthday, Ife. Her party was amazing last night. We had such a good time. Such a good time, you know. And it wasn't like there wasn't like I mean it was just a good time, you know. It was just a good time. People just gathered. We were at the recess at lab at the Concord, and people showed up, and I mean it was just so celebratory. You know, it was kava and wine and beer. It was great catered food by Orchid. You know, it was stuff that I could eat, which was lovely, you know. So I had a really good time. And we took some great pictures. So if you're up on social media, if you know Ife or any of Ife's friends, check them out. It's fun. They're fun pictures. Everybody looks joyous. I've got to see some people I haven't seen in a minute. Like I saw the beautiful Serafina, which was lovely to see her. I don't think I've seen her since I was at her wedding last year. So it was good to see her. I got to see Jameson Davis, who I hadn't seen since I took a tour. Oh no, I've seen him at DiasporaCon. Oh no, I saw him at his space. So it's been a couple of people I haven't seen in a minute. So it's really nice to sort of see people last night. Um, uh, uh, Bill Graustein was there. Uh, Anne and her husband came. He had on some sly orange glasses, looking fabulous. And it was good. I had a good time. It was nice trying to sit around and joke and chat with people. It was really a wonderful, a wonderful party. A great way to bring in 65, surrounded by people who just have great energy and who get you, you know, who just get you. So I'm very pleased by that. You know, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You know, I appreciate that. So anyway, uh, life is good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Life is good. I mean, there's some challenges. Oh, don't get me wrong. There's challenges, but my good friend and neighbor Jackie Buster lost her mother yesterday, and you know, it's just a reminder. Birthdays and deaths are reminders that we are very much present. We're very much part of the living, you know, and life will keep reminding you of that. So I say that to say, let's just align ourselves with our joy, with our hopes, aspirations. You know, don't take these breaths for granted. You know, what feels like crazy on a ordinary day, that's the title of a Pearl Cleage book. What looks like crazy on an ordinary day. Um, is really just a reminder that you are in this life and that as long as you are breathing, you can start all over again. And I think the great prophet Beyonce says it best. You can't take my soul. So so I just want people to be joyous in their spirit. Even when we have to sort of contend with these moments of sadness. And we will have them because we are all living beings. And if you have joy, you're gonna have pain. See what I did there? Maze, Frankie Beverly. Like sunshine and rain. You know, joy and pain. It's like sunshine and rain. And so that's I'm feeling very hopeful this morning and hoping that that might be her. I like it. Thanks, Harry. Harry out there doing spy work. Now she'll just log in. Uh got me Harry out there doing spy work. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Harry. That's why we make a good team. This ain't NPR. We rough riding over here, baby. We it ain't polished. It's not polished. You're not gonna get a silky voice. You're gonna get my voice. We rough riders over here, baby. We rough riders. We rough riders. You know. Yes, yes, yes. Y'all hear the DMX in me. You hear it. Oh my Lord. Uh, oh my Lord. Uh, oh my Lord. So anyway, uh, I'm just you know, being my usual self. So hopefully she'll log in a minute. I think she's on at 9:15. I could be, let me double check. Like, what am I doing? I thought it was 9:15. I could be wrong. Is it today? It might be. Ooh, child, I don't even know what I be doing. Yeah, today, 9:15. Well, we'll see what happens. She got time. Listen, she'll come on when she get on. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. It will be all right. Uh, it'll be all right. So, uh, so while I wait for her, I'll tell you a little bit about what I know. Uh, uh, she grew up in the south of France and she lives in Paris, which is one of my favorite places. She's on her way. Okay, cool. Which is one of my favorite places. So I'm looking forward to talking to her about Paris. Um, let's see. What else do I know? She was born in Marseille to an Armenian father and a French mother. She grew up in the south of France and lives in Paris. So Perle is a graduate of the National Theater School in Strasbourg, and she met Trajal Harrow in Cannes in 2010 and has danced regularly in his works ever since. So, you meet people and that you just click, symmetry and kismet and all the things. So this is her now. So I'm looking forward to having a good conversation with her. And because I love artists and every time I hear about dancing over Schwartzman, I'm just always excited. Bonjour. All right, oh, thanks, Harry. We're gonna start the music, Pearl, and then we'll get to talking. Woo, good morning. So here is Pearl Palombe. I got that right. Bonjour.
Bonjour,
Unmute yourself.
hello.
How are you?
I'm good. Thank you.
I know it's early. I
No,
know
that's
it's
for me.
not for you. You
I'm in
good?
France. I'm good.
Okay. I just had friends who left France. They were in Paris for the La Maison Baldwin conference.
Yeah.
And so for some of them it was their first time in Paris. I was in Paris for my 55th birthday or 50th birthday some years ago, and I fell in love with the city.
Yeah.
Like it
I love
stays in my
Paris.
heart. Yes. How could you
Nice.
not? So, so I was reading a little bit of your bio. You're a
Yeah.
graduate of the National Theater School in Strasbourg. You
Yeah.
met Mr. Harrow in, is it Cannes? Did I say Cannes?
Exactly. In Caen.
In
Caen.
Cannes in 2010, and you've been
Yeah.
dancing with him ever since.
It's true. Yeah.
So did
Uh,
you know you always wanted to be a dancer?
No, actually, not really. I mean, I always loved to dance, but I did more like theater, and for me, I wanted to do theater, but I always loved dance. And when I met Trajal, totally by chance, in Caen, in a kind of workshop, I didn't know him at all. And first thing we did was we read a text. We did a reading, a lecture. So I didn't want absolutely dance or something like that. I just met him, and I was like, we had like a good connection. So with the reading together, text, The Conspiracy of Performance was based on The Conspiracy of Art by Jean Baudrillard.
Oh,
And we did that in French and English. And after that, he asked me if I could dance for him in another show. And I did, yeah. I said yes, and we did it. And I love dance with him a lot.
so so you are a dancer, a
I
trained
mean,
dancer?
I'm really I am a dancer now because I dance a lot. with Trajal, of course, but I dance only for him.
Oh, okay. 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 And so,
When
but you're an artist
work,
too.
yeah. I do theater. I do lots of theater also when I don't work with Trajal.
Okay. So you're an actor.
Yeah, both.
All right. Okay. And so what is the artist like life in, because you're in France. You're in France? Where are you?
Yeah, I live in Paris. I'm in Paris. I'm in my apartment in Paris. So
Oh,
yeah.
I love it. I love it. So what does it mean to be a actor in Paris? I know what it's like to be an actor in New York. Like I have actor friends in New York and LA and
Yeah,
Chicago. What is it like for you to
yeah.
be an actor in Paris?
Actually, there is something like probably you don't have. I don't know. We have lots of institutions who are taking care less than, for example, in Switzerland or something like that, because we have less money in France. But we have lots of theater institutions who had some part of money freelance and organized creation in connection to theater institutions. So you can have lots of creation and trying to be true. But I keep lots of time also for Trajal because he works so much and he has lots of touring and creation. So I'm really in between. But for example, I have a piece of theater in January, February, and it's connected to institution theater. I would say that public theater in France.
Oh, I love it. So when you meet Trajal and he immediately feels a connection to you, you dance
Yeah.
for him, and then he creates a company, and then you join, like you join it, but you don't just join it, you're like a co-founder.
Actually, we really start together, like just with a mood, a feeling. We have lots of connection. I mean, now of course he's a friend, but when I met him, it was like we have a kind of sense of humor or something connected together. And he asked me to do the next show after the reading, after the lecture. It was The Ghost of Montpellier Meets the Samurai, and so I was really in between. I danced in this show, of course, but I was also talking a lot. And step by step, after he asked me to do Karamu, and it was really like just dance partition. Just I was just dancing, and it's like all the dance because it's also really about performance with Trajal. We are performer on stage. Of course, we are dancer, but we are really performers. We do really lots of performance. So it's like I love perform. I love having something. Having something like I try to be connected to a music to some, and so the work of Trajal is so special. And you got it and you catch this and you understand the mood. It's really like super open. If you
Mm.
love dance, it's super open. You want to perform. You want to enjoy the music, enjoy the costume, enjoy all the kind of mysteries he put in his show.
So now where is the company based out of?
So we were based. So we were in freelance first. After he did Munich and Bochum in Germany, but after it was 5 years in Zurich in Switzerland. So we did 5 years in Zurich with lots of creations and lots of also performances. We performed a lot, so it was really busy years. And it's just finished last summer with the end of also the director there, and so it's finished. So Trajal decided to stay in Zurich, and he has in his company Zurich Dance Ensemble that he created during he was in Schauspielhaus Zurich, and we will start touring with a US tour soon.
That's what I was going to
And
ask
we
you,
will,
because New Haven is a stop on this tour. And from what I understand,
yeah,
you get to go to the Whitney in New York, and you're
totally.
coming to New Haven, and this is Trajal's first time back in New Haven since he graduated in 1990. So that's a long time.
I know. That's crazy, you know?
That's a
It's very
long
interesting.
time.
Yeah,
Now,
it's very
have you
cute.
been to New Haven too? Have you ever been here?
No,
Oh,
that's
okay.
my first time.
Oh, so you have to come and have pizza.
Okay.
New Haven is the pizza
So
capital
I'm
of the
very happy.
country.
No, I'm very happy to to meet this place. Very important also for him and for lots of people. So of course it's very nice. Yeah, and we will have some. We will have a show where we will also do another show made to measure. And we will also have some talk and artistic talk and even a class with Andre Villa, another dancer, and me. We will do a kind of talk at the high school to talk a bit about our work, you know.
I like that. So you'll be here for a good while. Like you're not just running in for a day. You're going to be here for a little bit,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, I will stay. I will stay a little week. Yes, we stay a little week. We do two shows, some talks, artistic talk, and after this class, and after we go to Philadelphia to perform also the same show, can concert.
Oh, I like it.
And
Yeah.
yeah, that's nice. This show is really interesting, and for me, it's really I love also because it's not my show. I mean, it's not. I didn't do the creation, so I just I replaced the amazing dancer Maria Ferreira Silva, and I love this show because it's really about. I mean, it's lots of things, but it's really also about a kind of like your last dance. What's happened if you will do now your last dance? It's very something like that.
Oh, yes, because I have the notes in
Yeah.
front of me that says the first performance will be held at the Schwartzman Center, and
Mm-hmm.
that's it's going to be a Harrell's interpretation of Keith Jarrett's best-selling gospel-infused jazz piano performance, the
Mm-hmm.
Cole concert, music by the music of Joni Mitchell.
Yeah.
So that right there is enough to get me in the room.
Yeah, of
That's enough to get
course.
me in the room right there. Then the second
Of course.
performance will be at the Yale School of Art, uh,
Yeah.
Made to Measure, a series of work
Yeah.
that examines the conversation between two very different kinds of dance, both with roots in 1960s New York, which is interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very interesting. This show is amazing. I love it. It's just with I'm not in this show, unfortunately. It's, it's Andre Vidla, Tibolak, and Travel Larell. And this show is really amazing. I love it. It's really lots of energy and it's really strong show.
And then
Yeah.
the second performance held at the Yale School of Arts. Let's see. Oh, a talk at the Yale University Art Gallery with Mark
Yeah.
Mitchell. So,
Yeah, after we will have some talk, and Andre and me will do a kind of I don't know if it's a class or workshop where we'll talk about how we work, where we from, and how we take the work of Trajal, and how we can also because Trajal works a lot about. I mean, there is something about imaginations. It's not. It's really about imagination and how you there is something about a mystery, a private. He doesn't tell everything. When we arrive the first day of a rehearsal for starting a creation, he will not start to, for example, say we will do that, 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 that. No, not at all. It's really like, okay, there is a title and there is a mood and there is music and costume. But after it's also how the dancer, because he really let a big space at the dancer. The dancer has just to also get it and wanted to explore his mood or her mood connected to the music or to the thematic or so it's always very personal in a way.
so
So
when you all are working on this work or creating work or imagining new work, Pearl, uh, what
what can you
influences the
repeat?
work?
I mean,
I mean, there's a lot going on in the world. Does that seep in? Does that creep in? The politics, love, romance, all the things. Does that creep into the work?
I mean, it's more about, for example, if I talk about Deathbed, the show we will do in um, in New York after Philadelphia. After Philadelphia, we'll do a show in New York, and it's a show about death, and it's a show about in what kind of body and spirit and mood you are when you just learn someone you love died, and how you work on it, how you remember him, how you reconnected to your memories with this person, or what you would love to do. And it's a bit your imagination also connected to that. And so, for example, Trajan put some music and you arrive with that. And of course, who I am, for example, first time French, we don't have the same culture and the same, it's really different. The first time I start to work with Trajan, I was like, oh my God, I don't speak about the first time in car because we were really like friends and reading but when he asked me to do the Ghost of Montpellier meets the Samurai, I was just like, come on, what did I do? Like a talk show, American talk show? Like, come on, I can't do that because I just don't know that. It's not my culture. I don't know that. Even if I want, I will be not good at all. So I think what I bring to him at this moment, it was more the fact that I didn't know, and the fact that I couldn't do what he thought maybe I could do because it was so natural maybe for him. So me, I arrived with my bad my bad talk show in a way, my misunderstanding about lots of things. Also, this show was really about an imagination about the title is The Ghost of Montpellier Meets the Samurai, and it's really between a dancer who had met another dancer, buto dancer, in a bar, blah blah blah. So it's totally phantasm. It's not at all real. So me, I didn't know dance so well. So even when he was talking about a certain famous buto dancer that, of course, everyone else around me knew, I didn't know this person. So I even didn't know what he was talking about. So I tried, of course. The night I was like, what? I did my researches, but you know what I mean? On rehearsals, you jump on it. And I think maybe in a way, my energy, my desire, my pleasure to dance and to perform, and to perform death, and to perform, it's always connected to lots of energy and lots of how I can say that, and lots of mysteries. I don't know. I jump a bit on it, and maybe it's a bit what I bring to Trajan. I don't know. I talk to him. I don't know. I talk for him, but I don't know. But it may be a bit that, you know what I mean? Something about I jump on it. I take it, and I take it, and I take it for me and for the audience.
Yes.
To share feelings.
So how do y'all work together? Do you have input in choreography? Do you have input in creation? Do you get to sort of say this works or this doesn't work?
Yeah, we can talk. Because we are really connected, so we can talk about, for example, I speak about the last show we did, Tambourines. It's a show that, because we talked a lot, because it was lots of new things. It's not a lot, but the runway were not, it's the first time we did runway in circle, but this kind of little things. And so we were talking about how do you feel, how it is for the body, and how do you feel when you are doing that, because you watch first, after he's also in the show, lots of times he's performing in every show, or almost. But so yes, we share a lot of things like that. And sometimes also by mistake, because I'm not a real dancer at the base, I do some dance it's not really the thing he wanted. And he always let me do what I did in first.
Okay.
So in a way, so of course, if he's interested, or of course, if it makes sense, because it's always a question of balance. But I mean, in this sense, even if it's not something which is talk between us, in this sense, it lets me and people in general having a space and create the choreography in this sense. But the project, the dramaturgy, the idea of a project, what will be the set, what will be the music, what will be the costume, what will be exactly what we will do, it's him. He does it before us, in a way, sometimes in his mind, even if it's also after with us. But in his mind, he has a kind of skeleton about the project.
So what is the best part of working with him, Perle? What keeps you working with him?
Mm. So first, of course, I love the show we do at the end. I mean, for example, I love the aesthetic, I love the music, I love the dance, I love the show. So this is very important, of course. But I really also love the research as we do together, the time of the creation, because it's really in between something super strong and very like intense, but it's also very soft and cool and fun. We have lots of discussions about lots of things. It's full of things very different. So this is very nice. And the most important, I think, it's really the fact that when it trusts you, it trusts you. You know what I mean. It really trusts you. It really gives you the space to be happy, strong, beautiful, and you know what I mean. You never feel like bad in this show.
How
No,
big is
you
the
know what I
company?
mean.
I do know what you mean. I do. It's the difference of working with people who really appreciate your humanity and what you bring to it, right? Like
Exactly.
it sounds like he appreciates what y'all bring to the work, and
And this
he
is very
keeps lifting
important when
you
you feel
up.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
and when you feel it, like you're strong about that. That
yeah,
change everything.
yeah, yeah.
But I also love when we are on touring and blah blah because it's also someone. Of course, now we are friends, so it's also very fun. It's super nice to be on tour together because, and it's also the same. Also, lots of times the same dancers. He's really fidel. He's really like he also asks a lot the same dancers. So I have lots of friends now in this team.
How big is the company? Like how many of y'all are converging on New Haven and on tour?
So we start with concert. We are like on stage. We are, oh my god, I don't know exactly, but we are 6 or 7. Andre, Thibaut. Uh, we have 7 on stage, I think, and and um so we are 7 on stage, but we have also people around, but we are not so much. But after for deathbed, I think we are 10 or 11 on stage. So
Wow.
it depends. Yeah, it can be a lot. One of the last show we did, the Romeo for Avignon, Festival d'Avignon, we did a very beautiful venue. It was La Cour d'Honneur du Palais des Papes. It was amazing, and we were a lot. We were 15. It's really like, it can be really big, but it's also because we were produced by this Schauspielhaus Zurich, and so it was really a period of time, or we could also having like very big projects, which is
Mm-hmm.
also very very a chance.
I like
So
that.
it depends. It
So
depends. Really depends.
so the first performance is the 21st, which is in a couple of days. And it's
Yeah.
free and open to the public. About a 7:30 show. It's about an hour long show. No late seating, so don't show up late. And then a conversation at around 8:25 to talk about what you just saw. So so you how do you balance dancing and acting? How do you balance that for yourself? Like if because he
This,
called you to replace somebody, do you drop everything and say, "Okay, I'm here. I'm doing it." Like how do you manage that?
actually, it's also because he always travel when we have to replace someone. He always asks people he knows, and he will not ask a dancer he doesn't know. So how did the first things it was to try the costume to see costumes, after the video, the music, and after he asked me, okay, show me, because it was there is lots of part together, like little part together, runway together, but there is also a little everybody on stage, every dancer as a solo, and so he asked me, okay, to show him my part. Of course, I was connected to what Maria, the dancer, did, but more a mood. After I was like, okay, I take it and I go myself in my kind of also movements, and so, and it was pretty easy actually. But we know a lot each other, so that changed a lot.
Oh, that's good. That's good. And so
And
so you
between
go ahead.
no, I listen to you, sorry.
No, I was gonna say, so you're gonna be on this tour. You're gonna do the whole tour, or you're just gonna do one part of this tour?
I stay 3 weeks in US. I do Yale, and I do Philadelphia, and I do New York
Uh-huh.
in deathbed, and I come back in Paris, and after I do some theater because I have a creation in France in January, February, with a director in France, Ubakula, and a piece of theater. So I will do that. And I continue the touring with Trajal. We have some dates everywhere in Gand, in Brussels, in Germany, in Zurich, in voilà. And and after we will have next creation in May, June
Wow.
with
So
Trajal.
do you like this schedule? This seems like a lot of travel, a lot of different places all at once. I mean, do
Yeah,
you enjoy this?
actually, I enjoy a lot. I think it's impossible to do that if you're in pain with that, because it's too much. You do really a lot. You are, but me, what I wanted to tell you is I forgot to tell you I have 2 kids, so it's a
Oh
bit
my
different.
gosh, Pearl, 2 kids?
So sometimes it's a bit busy at home and it's a bit messy, but we survive.
How old? How old are your kids?
12 and almost 5.
Ooh, wow. So they're
Noise.
young.
Yeah, we're young, but you know what? They come a lot to see me. Last time we went in New York for Maggie the Cat, another show we did with Trajal. I think it was 2 years before. I came with Joseph, who is now 12, so he was like 10. I came with Joseph, and they come when I'm not far, for example, in Switzerland or in Germany. Sometimes they come. They know every shows. They talk to me about Trajal every time. So it's a bit of family.
So so since you're a artist, do you see artistic showing up in your children? Like, do they, I mean, they must be at home in the art world because you're their mother and you're dancing and acting. Do you see artistic ability in them at this young age?
I mean, one is really busy by the music. He does lots of music, and the little loves dance. I don't know. Let's see. But I try to tell them, like every parents, school first.
Yes, school.
School first.
Now, do they play instruments too? Do you have them playing music and
Percussions, percussions.
oh, okay. So they are little artists.
Yeah.
That's incredible. And I know you have to go in about 5 minutes, but um, how does it what does it mean to be a working artist mother? Like, what is that like?
I think there is one thing very special. It's just very special. I don't know, but very you busy with that. It's like it's a bit in your mind. You almost, or just when you dance, when you are in performance, you forget everything. Of course, you're on stage, you cannot deal with that. But in creation, or I don't know, in the plane, in the train, when you are doing something to go to work or something like that, you never really you're always a bit busy by them, and so you always in your mind you try to do both. And so sometimes it's why, for example, me personally, I'm very happy we finished with Zurich Schauspielhaus, even if it was amazing, a very good payment, it was perfect. But it was it was lots of work, and I had less time in Paris, and so I was a lot calling phone, computer talk, show me your music by phone, internet, and I was doing everything, because also we need to talk and we need to continue to be present. So to be present there and present in myself, it was just a bit sometimes tiring. I was
Wow.
exhausted.
Yeah, I
There is
guess.
something like that.
So Pearl, what do you do for
But
vacation? How do you relax? How do you
good.
come down off of this work?
This summer, I really did it. Sometimes I don't because I don't have a time. Because with travel, we have also lots of sometimes during the summer because there is lots of festival. We do Vienna festival, we do Berlin, we do Avignon, we did so. And last year was really busy also because we did the big portrait at the Festival d'Automne in Paris. So we did lots of shows during the autumn. So it was busy. But this summer, I said, okay, we don't work. I just had two shows at the Biennale de Venise. It was amazing. And all July, I was in Tuscany, in Italy, with my man, my kids. And I was like, give me a break. I was like in my countryside. I didn't do anything. I
And are
just
you
didn't.
good at vacationing? Like, are you good at relaxing? You know, because some people can't relax. They have to be a little bit of work or a little bit of doing something. Did you completely
I
relax?
can relax. I'm good to relax. Very good.
And do you get to relax often or it's hard to relax often?
It's just about the skill and also because the school sometimes it's difficult because the school is really like you cannot go when it's not because I'm free that then they are free. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
we try to be free at the same time to do this kind of stuff, but sometimes we really catch it, even if it's 1 week and we take fresh air. We go to. I come from the south of France, from Marseille. I love the sea. I love being the beach. So I do sometimes I go back to Marseille, even just 1 week near the beach, and then I'm good, and it's nice.
That's good. So now when do you arrive in the United States in
Uh,
Connecticut?
19 on
Okay.
19, yeah, on 19 night for me. For some of us, 19 day. But me, because of the kids, I always leave the last and come back at home the first.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
arrive 19 night, and I can't wait to be there and to be
Oh, I
here
think
with
you'll
you
love
and to
it.
see.
And you know, listen, the Schwartzman people will show you a good time. And make sure you
Yeah,
get some pizza, like eat all the
I
pizza
will.
you
I
know.
will. And do I see you? You will come to
I
the
think I
show?
will try to catch some of this because I'm intrigued now and I love actors, I love dancers, I love all of that and you know, the reviews for Trajo is like, you know, he's like the next Martha Graham. So, I mean, that's
Yeah,
a huge honor to be compared to such a prolific dancer, you know,
totally.
choreographer. So
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
And to see a black man that's commanding a whole company is impressive.
Huge. Yeah,
Yeah,
he is really strong. Of
yeah.
course.
So I'm looking
Really.
forward to seeing that. So
Nice.
yeah. So well,
Nice.
thank you for your time. What time is it in Paris right now? Is it night?
Now it's 3:50 afternoon.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
So you could probably go have lunch or something, or I don't
yeah,
know
I
what you
can move.
do.
I can. It's perfect. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you. And safe
Bye.
travels. Safe travels. And
Yes. Have a good day.
welcome to New Haven. Thank you so much, Pearl.
Thank you so much.
Palombe.
Ciao.
Ciao. Au
Thank you.
revoir.
Ciao. Au revoir.
Au revoir. Thank you.
Ciao.
So you can log out, yes. So wow, that was so interesting. I'm telling you, I'm getting a dose of France. Ife and them just came back from Paris, and now I talked to somebody who was actually in Paris who will be here in a day or so to a performance. So if you want to know, you can go to the yaleschwartzman.yale.edu, and the performance is 9/21, 7:30 to 9. So it's going to be in the Commons, you know, where it's located at the Yale Schwartzman Center. So it's free and open to the public. Doors open at 7. Performance at 7:30. It's about 50-minute performance. So you can register so so they know that you're coming. They're gonna do it to the music of Keith Jarrett and Joni Mitchell, which I love, and I think it's gonna be quite interesting. And so if you're interested in this kind of stuff, dance, movement, innovative dance and movement, check it out. Check it out. And they'll be here for like a couple of days. They will be at the Yale University Art Gallery on the 22nd. Everybody dances. Uh, that's a whole different show on the 22nd. So yeah, so just feel like uh, come through. I think they will appreciate that a great deal. I'm telling you, and the Schwarzman Center has been leading the charge of bringing very cool, interesting, innovative, artistic expression to New Haven, and they open the doors to us. So come check it out, and all the dancers in town who want to see folks who dance in other parts of the world. This will be worth your time, I think. And it was lovely to talk to Palombe. Uh, she's a mom. She's a working mom. Woo! I tell you, women, we just hold up the sky. Just hold up the sky. So, yeah. So if you want to know more, go to yaleschwartzman.yale.edu. schwarzman.yale.edu. They got a whole website with a whole bunch of information about it. So you can get all the deets, and where to go, how to get there, uh, and a little bit about the post performance conversation. So there's a lot going on. So this you could really immerse yourself in this experience. You could see it and then you could hear about it. And I don't know what's better than that. So anyway, so I'm gonna take a break, and I will be back. I'm gonna take a little bit of a break early, Harry, because I don't want to start another conversation because I just thought um, that was so rich. So I'll be back at 10:15. I don't have another guest at 10:15, so I'll just catch you up on what's going on. So I'll be right back. Thank you.
Uh.